Welcome back on my channel. Today I'm gonna attempt a repair of my G-1000 antenna rotator control box, which was hit by a lightning strike last summer. Finally today I received the new board, as the old one was heavily damaged, and I'm gonna start the repair now, and I'll get you through the steps. I hope this could be helpful to somebody else. Okay, now let's open the box. Comes well packed. It's a power switch and the board itself. Here you can see the part number for the entire board. And let's open up. I now take an inspection to the entire board with a microscope, and yeah, with my surprise, I found some small little bubbles of solder. Uh, not a big issue though, but still, I removed those. The PCB itself seems like was not properly washed or something. Um, I also found a piece of a bug or something, obviously dead, just the head. I will show you in a little bit. And the last thing I found is this two resistors in parallel. Most likely they ran out of values for that one. On the old board, this one is 390 ohms. And this one, this parallel of two, is 309 ohms. But anyway, yeah, I am expecting a little bit around, but all good, all good. The most important thing that I want to check under my microscope is exactly this component here. This is the one that I got damaged by the lightning strike. This one was severely damaged on the top, and I couldn't read the component anymore. And unfortunately, the schematic, which is in my possess, is not matching this board. This is the last version, I believe, which is named Echo. And here's the bug I said before. And yeah, this is the component I was saying that I was really looking for. And you can read the numbers very, very lightly, barely readable. But yeah, this is an H-bridge, and it's driving the needle motor inside a control box, and it's a 6287F. When you buy this part from Yaesu with the code I gave you at the beginning of the video, you are buying the entire board inside the controller. And these pieces are all bundled together in one PCB that you have to cut. Uh, you have the control, you have the PS units, this one, and as well as the switch uh, PCBs for the left and right, as well as the preset button. Okay, now I have to install the PCBs in place. Before I have to separate them, connect all the connectors. I already checked the transformer here, and it's good. There are just few of them. It's an easy job anyway. The fuse holder, I have already changed it because it was destroyed as well. And yeah, this is the power switch wiring. Okay, I have now connected the control box already to the mains. Also, the cable going to rotor unit itself, which is outside. I haven't removed the rotor from the mast, obviously. I'm trying to make everything work without touching the rotor or the antennas or the outside alignment. So I have already switched on the unit. Looks like works. I was not filming, unfortunately, but I've got obviously I see the light, and the needle immediately moved a little bit itself without touching anything. It was just uh, going to perform the alignment itself to the unit outside. Okay, then what else? Then I start moving left and right. I had somebody outside checking the antenna for me and confirming the antenna was moving. Okay, then basically I went all the way through the north until keeping the left button pushed until basically the needle stopped in here in the control box. It stopped right at 10 degrees less than north. So it went through the north and then another 10 degrees. Okay. But I was checking with the help, as I said, of somebody else outside. I was checking the antenna. So I would push the left button until outside the antenna was moving and until it stopped. Okay. Once the antenna stopped, I released the button here. Okay, now basically I go through the adjustment following the steps which are detailed in the manual. Here I'm checking with the multimeter down here. I was initially checking the voltage going to the motor outside just to have a feedback on that. So I pretend that I have the unit in here because what you should do is having the control box here, the rotor unit here, and with a short cable, you do all the alignment. Indoor performance check. Temporary connect the rotor unit, as I said, is connected. Okay. Turn the speed control fully counterclockwise to low and select the switch on the rear panel to adjustment position. Okay, the switch is this one here. It's flipped like that. Check to be sure that power switch on the controller is set to off. Okay. Plug it to the mains. Plug set the control power to on and verify that the lights become illuminated. We've got light. Press left as I did already. Left side on the seesaw switch and continue to hold it until the rotator reaches the counterclockwise position where it automatically stops. When the rotator has reached the left stop position, release the left switch and check to see if the controller's indicator needle is pointing to 0 north. Okay, I have done this as I said already, and the pointer is not pointing to north. So it's pointing 350. If the indicator needle is out of alignment, grasp the edge of the bezel around the bearing window, turn it 10 degrees counterclockwise and pull it off. So I'll do it now. Counterclockwise, and we pull it off. Then grasp the needle at its center and pull it straight off. Replace the needle at 0 and replace the bezel. You go like this, and then you go to 0. All right. Now, bezel. There you go. Just above the round connector jack on the rotator unit, you will observe two raised calibration marks. These two marks should be directly aligned with each other. Obviously, I can't do this because the rotator is outside. I can always go outside and check using the dipole antenna as a reference. Press the right rotation side of the seesaw switch and continue rotating to the right until the calibration marks are again precisely aligned. Now check the indicator needle, which should also have rotated fully 360 so as to be pointing exactly to 0. If the indicator needle is not pointing exactly to 0, go to the rear panel of the control and use a small screwdriver to adjust the full scale adjust potentiometer so that the indicator needle points exactly at 0. So this will be the next step. First of all, I'll have to basically have the antenna rotating 360 through the entire, all the way around, and go back to the very same position. So just got the antenna making a 360 degrees turn all the way around, back to the same position, uh, but the pointer is to 300 degrees. So as it says in the manual, if the indicator needle is not pointing exactly at 0, go to the rear panel of the controller and use a small screwdriver like this one to adjust the full scale adjust potentiometer so that the indicator needle points exactly to 0. Now, this full scale adjustment potentiometer is this one here. So go ahead now and adjust potentiometer. There you go. I got it at 0 now. And I can go ahead now, press the right switch again, continue rotation to the right. You should observe the overlap LED becoming illuminated as rotation passes the 360-degree point. The overlap light is this one here. If the overlap LED does not lit up at 360 position, the overlap LED adjust potentiometer on the rear panel may be used to align the illumination threshold at 360. This potentiometer here, this one here. So as I turn to the right, the antenna, okay, I got the overlap now. Okay, I will adjust it just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Here we go. As I go back, it goes off, 0, still off. I pass the 0 and it's on. Now, check to verify that rotation automatically stops at approximately 90 degrees east. Press the left and right rotation switches a few more times, verifying the rotation appears to be normal. If so, press the left or right switch to set the rotator to 90 degrees. Set the preset control to 0. Okay, this is the preset stuff. So I'll just have to verify the rotation stops at 90. Here we got some problems. I ran out of battery and I just finished my alignment procedure without filming. But basically, I have encountered uh, one a hard time getting it to work properly, mainly because the user adjustment procedure, which is detailed in the manual, is meant to work only with the potentiometers that you have the back on the rear side. And it doesn't mention that there's a pre-alignment made at the factory when the board is installed inside the control box. Here you can see a picture of the board and you can clearly see two train pots. One is this one here, and it's used to adjust the maximum voltage that you send from the controller to the rotor unit outside, which is supposed to be 24 volts, as the DC motor outside is 24 volts. So in my case, it was misaligned. It was not adjusted yet. And in fact, it was sending more than 24, about 26 point something. And I have dropped down the voltage about 24.5, taking account of a little voltage drop along the cables. The second one is this one here, VR 06, 1006. And this is the one we are interested in for the starting point of the rotor. If you don't get this one first aligned, you cannot perform the rest of the alignment. So bear in mind that this is a very first step an important step for the full alignment. And here is finally the rotor control box. Actually, is back in its place in the shack, and let's turn it on, and you'll see the antenna moving. So it's pointing now at 90 degrees. Let's say I want to go to north. I can either go manually. Speed is minimum now. I always suggest to start with the low speed, because otherwise there's no ramp when you start rotation. There's a ramp for this model, the 1000. There's a ramp when it stops the rotation with the preset. But when it starts, there's no ramping up. So I could move it manually at minimum speed, or I could just put it to zero, the white scale. That's the one I'm using, and start, and it will move all the way. And if you accelerate a little bit, then it goes to zero, and when it reaches zero, there's a bit of, as I said, a bit of ramp to slow down the antenna system. Now, if you don't touch the manual switch, seesaw switch, you can just move the preset and it will start again. And let's say I go to south and I speed up now rotation to the maximum. Okay, now as soon as I touch the preset knob again, it will start. So as I said, if you touch the seesaw switch, it will cancel the preset function. Otherwise, it will start. So before I move this, I will just drop the speed down again, and I'll demonstrate as it starts again. See? Now I'm requesting 270 degrees west, and it goes very slowly. At the minimum speed, the voltage is sending out is about 10 volts. There you go, and that's the ramp. So, and last but not least, I'll show you the overlap. So I put it all the way to 90. Speed up again. As soon as I pass 0, overlap light, indicating we are at 90. Sorry, we are above 360 to 450. And there goes the ramp. It stops just a tiny bit before 90, 88 probably, but I don't bother to lose too much time in adjusting a couple of degrees. It doesn't matter anyway, because the antenna system that is up there is not so precise in terms of beaming. All right, that's it for this repairing of G-1000DXC, which was hit by the lightning strike. Thank you for watching. All the best to all of you. 73. Till the next video.